Hello there, this is Anna. So this is about debit spreads and calendar spreads or whatever spread you're trying to make. But before we start, I wanted to go over disclosure with you because just for, hmm, hold on, sorry. Okay. All right, so for all traders and investors, this is only for educational purposes. Futures and options and all other instrument in trading contain substantial risks and are not suitable for every investor. An investor could potentially lose all or more than initial investment. Now, do not enter any trade without fully understanding the worst case scenario of the trade, and do not trade without money you cannot afford to lose. Past performance of an investment is not necessarily indicative of its future result. No assurance can be given that any implied recommendation will be profitable or will not be subject to losses. Please contact your registered financial advisor before taking any investments. Okay, we're done with that. So let's go over certain things. In here, I have CL here. We're not going to talk about that. This is what I wanted to look at. BA. I think I had, no, sorry. Are looking at BABA, I believe. And I wanted to get these at 240. Let's say if you're trying to get in tomorrow, so it open, I don't know, probably at 227 because right now it's at 226. So most likely you will either get it at 228 or 229, depends what they have. So let's go look at the actual. So Baba right now, you could either do the February 5th expiration and you need to change this to 14. Okay, so this right here is the vertical spread. So these are the strategies that you can do in Thinkorswim platform. Now, you can also do these on your iPhone or your Android. So here's the debit spread. This is bullish. So if I click these and I'm looking at um, put this down, pull it down so we can see everything. And I need to pull this up. Oh, pull it down, sorry. So I'm looking at, let's say, I want to trade it at 227.5. So there's a 227.5 there. And tomorrow it's 226.90. If we pass the 227.5, then I have to look for another. I probably will go get the 230 and the 235. Or if you want to do a 10 wide, you can too as well. So you click the S. So we'll say debit. Okay, you are selling a higher strike. So this is where you're going to change it right here. Since we are targeting 240, let's say we want to get a 240 right there. Okay, so it'll cost you 375. If it's too expensive and you got it at, let's say Baba went down tomorrow, you got a 227 and then you can change this to 235. Okay, or you can even do this at 32.50, then you could just get it for 238. But let's just change something on the analyzed trade so we can have two. All right, and we're gonna make this just one so everybody can really see it because not a lot of people can afford 10 of them. Okay, so right click and analyze trade. So let's say you got it at 227.5 and you got to click the risk profile so you can see. So this is at February 6th, right? So here on the right, on the right top, you need to click that you don't have to change anything with that. If you want this thing to change and have it the same, you're going to have to click the expiration. Okay, in 6. See, it's gone. Now you have to do the slice at break even. Set the slice, break even to 2.6. So this is your break even right here above 229, 84. Okay, before the expiration. If you're gonna hold it that long, that's what it means. So now, as far as if you got it at 238, let's say we bought at 238 and the options start rising to 232, 232.5. So you're maxed out at $262. That's the profit from there. So this is like a one-on-one, you know, close to 1.25. Not quite, but that's how it says. Okay, as far as the trade. So I would just let's just do it at 1.25, just to make it simple. But anyway, if we do these at the 230 and 235, let's see how much that happens. So 262 and you're buying at 238. Okay, so that's 1 and 1. So trade, let's change this to 230. And I think that was at 230, 235. Okay, so it will cost you 213. And let's right click and analyze trade. So I have to unclick one of them, the one that's, you just need to unclick the check. So this is the only thing that would show up. Okay, so here we bought it 213 and we are gonna profit at 287. So that's bigger profit there. If you wanna do a 230, 235, that's even good. So as far as looking at these, I think that would be a good debit spread for Baba. Okay, or if we can try another trade, so look at another trade. Let's make it at 232 per se. Say we're really bullish that this stock would go to 240. So I'm going to make it at 237. Okay, and then do 232. 232.5. So now it costs us $1.98 rather than 213. So analyze trade. So now I'm gonna have to keep going down here because the spread that was made is here on the bottom. You have to unclick this. So this is the only thing that would show. So here at 302. So if you're for sure that this trade would go, excuse me, and shoot to 237, that's the profit that you're gonna get. So it's like almost one and a half. Okay, so that's how you construct a debit spread. So if I'm doing, let's say, let me just have you look at what I traded earlier. Okay, let me take everything off. And take everything off. This is a different one now. Let's do trade. APHA. So this one is it's a cannabis stock that actually have an earnings that I did earlier. If you're doing a calendar, so calendar is really a time spread where you do you are selling the front month and buying the next month or the next week. Or yeah, that's how it constructed. So if you just click here calendar, that would show. Okay, also you can layout change, you could do customize here and then add whatever you need. But if you add something, okay, make sure that you have the delta. I always use the delta for everything. All right, um You can do the implied volume, that's fine too. But the volume is important. And then the theta, that sorry, not the theta. What I was thinking about. It's cover called TO price. TO price is the actual price really on there. So okay, and that's what you're gonna have there. You can actually save it. You know, it'll pop every time. Okay, so now I am looking at this April thingy, and as far as the calendar, everything is set in there, and I wanted to just do the actual because this have an earnings coming up. Okay, so the earnings is actually Thursday, and I need these to change to 950. So everything is going to be a 950 when I bought these earlier. So let's just go see and analyze the trade on the calendar trade. So it's not showing anything. The reason why is that this is the inflation on the actual volume, you know, the actual options trade. And when they get inflated, you know, as high as the volatility of 100%. So this thing was bought earlier at 9 cents this morning. Okay, so which means that this stock will actually go down in value by like Thursday because it's due to expired Friday. Okay, and it's also earnings, so it can affect anything and everything. So this is what it means. That's why I took this trade, um due to the fact that I know it's gonna be like down as far as the call side. Okay, and that's just how calendar spread works. You need to be able to capitalize on the theta decay. It's a time value friendly if your stock is high IV. So that's how you trade it. Okay, so you want to kind of time it to make sure that you're getting the actual like deflated of that options price. You kind of like hatching the trade really before it goes to down in value. So this thing probably Thursday, I don't know if they have going to be earnings, but I want to get out by Wednesday afternoon because they have earnings Thursday. So anytime the stock that probably have like a Friday and they have a Friday expiration, you know, you want to get out on Thursday. So you want to get the trade going by Monday, and you're just going to be there for like 3 days, 4 days, and that'll be like a perfect trade, especially if they have a weekly trade. So that's the thing that I wanted to emphasize. Anyway, hopefully that you kind of get what I'm saying. If not, you know, ask me questions in the room. Okay, and have a good night. Thank you.